given a gift of time that people with ALS don't have, and I've been given a perspective of how quickly it can be all taken away.
Did you take another nap? You fall asleep?
Most people with ALS become very rapidly disabled and their lives are shortened to about 2 to 5 years.
I think Andrea, as soon as she got that news, she started thinking, regardless of what my body is doing, I'm gonna make my mind stronger every day. Triathlons had been such a big part of her life for so long. She wondered whether she would have one more opportunity to compete.
Where are you going, Andrea?
There has been a lot of controversy and exercise with ALS.
You worry about muscles and their ability to recover.
This disease, it's so brutal.
What you have done makes me think that I can be strong like you.
Thank you.
I'm tired of waiting around for this disease to come in. I'm just gonna do whatever I want. So I am still able to ride my recumbent track. I have set a very ambitious goal of doing 15 marathons in all 50 states.
I've known hundreds of people with ALS. They live with ALS. It's not about dying with ALS.
Andrea allows everyone to feel stronger and ready to fight.
When I was diagnosed, I was lucky enough to see your story.
It's fun to be a part of a race again.
I know!
Andrea's goal, I think it's a beautiful love letter to life.
Life is so temporary. One and always continuous.
The hills in particular, she feels like her legs aren't as strong as they used to be. This is the first time that she said, I'm worried about what the disease is doing to my body.
Got this? Stop letting down, go! Come on. Head up.
Right up.
Head up. Come on!
Top, you got it.
Come on now. See it? Do you see it?
Go. She also is pushing herself. She's saying, none of your loved ones got this chance, so I'm gonna give the chance that I got my all.
Understand that this is not a dress rehearsal. This is it, your life. Face your fears and live your dreams. Take it all in. Yes, every chance you get, come close. And by all means, whatever you do, get it on film. Blazeman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Breeze, Breezeway Productions' The Breeze, where we bring you the latest in independent films and film festival news, and we're happy to showcase some coverage from this year's Santa Barbara International Film Festival, a great film that really jumped off the page to me when it came across my desk, and I knew that I had to go and speak with the filmmakers and the documentary subject about this film. It's called Go On, Be Brave, and we have the film team here with us today. We have co-director Brian Beckman, Miriam McSpadden, and Andrea Lytle Peet. How are you guys?
Great.
We are great. We're so happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. So my first question is, tell us a little bit about the film that world premiered this year in Santa Barbara.
So Go On, Be Brave tells the story of Andrea, who is sitting right here next to me. She attempts an attempt at the impossible, to be the first person with ALS to do a marathon in all 50 states. This feat was so impossible that the medical community didn't have anything to even compare it to. And so we filmed with her for what ended up being almost 4 years as she attempted this goal. ALS is a brutal disease with only a 2 to 5 year life expectancy. And so it's ultimately a film celebrating the human spirit of saying, I'm going to live no matter how much time I have. I'm going to live life the way that I choose to.
That's extremely inspiring. How did it all get started? Tell me where were your first steps into doing this?
Yeah. So I work as a director of photography in North Carolina, and I got the opportunity to work on a series with a Nikon photographer named Tamara Lackey. And she was also a race organizer at what was supposed to be Andrea's last race post-diagnosis back in 2014. And we were developing a photography show together. And Tamara said, I want my first episode of this photography show to be on my incredible friend, Andrea Peet. So we did a short mini doc for this show. And after that, Andrea reached out to me via email and said, hey, I have this goal that I want to be the first person, she said, I want to do a marathon in all 50 states. And I think if I did that, I'd be the first person with ALS to do that. You think that would be a good story? And as a documentarian, I was just like, this does not fall into, like, these opportunities like never just fall into your lap that way. I was like, yes, when do you want to start? Let's start. And actually, I think she reached out on Monday, and that following weekend, I had a ticket out to Nashville to cover one of her marathons. So,
and that was marathon number 7. Yeah.
Wow. Andrea, I have to ask you, when did this dawn on you that this is something you wanted to do?
So when I reached 5 years living with ALS, I realized I didn't want to just not die from ALS. I wanted to live my life, not just wait for the disease to take over. So that is when I lost it at marathon 7.
Not only is this brave, this is tremendously a success, because I don't think that I would be able to do anything even close to a marathon in 50 states. So definitely hats off to you for that. And making a film about it also to world premiere is a pretty exciting experience in Santa Barbara. So Brian, I wanted to ask, when did you come into the picture for this film?
Right. So Miriam and I are married. So pretty immediately, we launched so fast. As she said, the idea came on a Monday and we started filming by that weekend. We didn't have a budget for it. So automatically via marriage, I became the second shooter and co-director of the film as we developed the story.
Nice. It's good partnership, good teamwork, good production too.
To your credit, he's a wonderful writer. So I have been kind of, I'm the technician. I know cameras and the technical aspects, and Brian is amazing with story. And so as we started this from very humble beginnings, it was a perfect, we filled each other's weaknesses and where we needed to have a small team that could do all of it.
Andrea, was there a specific race that stuck out to you as one of the more important ones or the more exciting ones out of all of the 50 that you did?
Yeah, I mean, Alaska was number 50, and we had, at that point, we had almost 50 people who came to a small remote island in southern Alaska to celebrate with us, and just that our community was so welcoming, and it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, Alaska, beautiful state. Also, I'm sure that you enjoyed being up there and then completing this race. Were there any organizations that you worked with in tandem while doing this, or was everything completely solo and independent with you guys?
For the documentary?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, are you talking about, just clear, are you talking about funding, or are you talking about working? So one of the truly incredible things about this film is that this film has been funded by individuals within the ALS community. It was truly a story that is meant to represent the community as a whole, and it would not have been made without them. And so we have two corporate sponsors, Cat Trike, which Andrea rides, and Johnson Subaru of Cary. And then more than, I think, 90% of the funding came from individuals in the ALS community.
It's great to see such support that came from people that wanted to see this get made.
Yes.
So that's wonderful to see, and very heartwarming as well, which this entire documentary is. You had your world premiere at Santa Barbara this year. You want to reflect on that since you premiered last night, I believe?
Do you want to take it first?
Sure. I mean, just seeing the color in the theater and the surround sound, all of the people like laughing and responding. This is so like heartwarming. Like they got it, they understood the message, and I think that they really appreciate it, and authentic a story about doing the best with what you have.
Yeah, I think that everyone.
2 standing ovations.
Yes. 2 standing ovations.
And Andrea, another thing is Andrea has a tattoo of a swallow for each year she's lived with ALS, and several people in the audience who we had not met before coming to Santa Barbara went out immediately afterwards and got tattoos of swallows.
That is badass. Oh yeah, my gosh, that's great. So is the swallow going to be like a symbol for all of this? Essentially, it's going to ride with this journey and this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Andrea, through the memory and legacy of Tim LaFollette, who was another warrior with ALS, he started the tradition of getting tattoos of swallows. He had a whole sleeve. And then that transitioned to his doctor, Dr. Richard Bedlack, who's in our film, who carries on that story. And then Andrea continues the story with 8
swallows right now.
Yes.
So 8 years, 8 years of living with.
Yes.
Right on.
So that is a symbol of perseverance and hope.
That is a true symbol of strength to do that, and an unbelievable determination to overcome all odds, which I really see from this documentary. Now that you have world premiere, do you guys have a trajectory that you're going to go with the film? Are there more festivals, or where can people go to find out more about it?
We have submitted, I believe the current count is to 40 more festivals and more to be submitted to. We are still awaiting where the next festival will be. But Andrea and her husband Dave are also planning at least 10-city impact campaign. The point of this film is to raise money for ALS research. It is an underfunded disease. It is extremely underfunded. There's no cure and there's no effective treatment. The best treatment extends life by only 3 to 6 months. And that has actually been a huge step forward in the ALS space. And so this film, by and large, was made to celebrate the ALS community and to raise awareness and to raise funding for research. So to that end, please go to goonbebrave.com, because we are going to be keeping up where those screenings will happen across the country. And there's also an opportunity to sign up to host a screening. So if you're interested in hosting a screening, we would really, really love to connect with anyone. We just want to get this out into people's hands. We want to get it out to inspire other people. And most importantly, most importantly, to let the people know that are getting a diagnosis, a devastating diagnosis today or tomorrow, to let them know that they're not alone, and that there are people out there that are ready to journey alongside them in this next stage of their life.
Wow.
And also, Andrea's book, her memoir, Hope Fights Back, just got announced for pre-release by Pegasus Books and Simon & Schuster. So that is also available for pre-release.
Got a movie, you got a book, you got a world tour, you had a world premiere. I mean, It's all very exciting. What a great time to be doing all of this, and I'm sure that your cup overfloweth with wonderful feelings in regards to this. Yeah, we will do what we do best and then showcase this to audiences. You can see all of the links below that are provided by your team. And I want to thank you for stopping in to talk about your film, Go On, Be Brave, which played at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival and just world premiered. So I want to thank you again, Miriam McSpadden, Andrea Lytle Peet, and Brian Beckman for coming on the show to talk about the film.